Hello fellow gardeners and rewilders. If you've been following along with this series on turning your lawn into a wildflower meadow, you might remember that the top half of our meadow was cut down at the end of June because it didn't have very much floral diversity, and I wanted to remove as much nutrient as possible in preparation for seeding in autumn. And already you can see the few wildflowers that were there are starting to regrow now that the grass isn't blocking their light. That's a really good sign. But now it's time to do something with the bottom half of our meadow, which had loads of wildflowers in it. Mid-July to early August is the perfect time to cut most wildflower meadows down. If you've got late ripening species such as wild marjoram, lady's bedstraw or some orchids, you're better off waiting until early August. By mid-July, you'll notice lots of the seed heads are drying up. This is an indication that it's time to cut the meadow down. Cutting will allow these seeds to fall to the ground and germinate in autumn or spring. There'll still be some plants flowering like these field scabious, which the butterflies and bees are loving. It's a shame to cut them down, but it's important for the floral diversity of the meadow in the long run. Do your best to fill the rest of your garden with other flowering plants for them to enjoy after we've cut the meadow down. Now try and time the cutting of your meadow with a few days of hot, dry weather. This will help the seed heads to crack open and drop as much seed as possible. It will also make the whole job much easier. No one wants to spend their weekend cutting long, wet grass, do they? Although we've had a really dry summer, in the last couple of weeks it's been really wet, and with more rain forecast this week, I did what I could. I cut the seed heads off with my hedge cutter in the morning, headed out to work, came back and finished the job before the rain was forecast for the evening. Ideally, you want to leave the grass on the surface for a few days to completely dry out before collecting, giving the seeds as much chance as possible of releasing. But we do what we can. Just a really quick interruption. If you're enjoying this video, if you're finding the gardening advice helpful, hit the subscribe button because I make videos like this, giving gardening advice on all sorts of different gardening topics all the time, and you'll probably find them really useful. So hit the subscribe button, then carry on enjoying the video. Bye. So let's look at the process. I use my hedge cutter. The best tool for this really is a scythe or an Allen scythe, but I don't have either. Most lawnmowers will struggle cutting long grass like this. If you don't have a good hedge cutter or a strimmer, you can use sharp hand shears. So I go out to work, come back, and the seed heads are reasonably dry. I rake them up, but I knock the pile about a bit to try and disperse as much of the seed as possible. Then the lawnmower comes out, and I cut the grass on the highest setting possible. The grass is still too long for the mower to cope with on a lower setting. That's why I use the highest setting. Ah yes, and don't use the collection box on your mower. Otherwise you'll suck up all of that valuable wildflower seed that we're trying to save. You see this anthill? It will get flattened when we cut the meadow, but it will make the perfect seed bed for freshly fallen wildflower seed to germinate on. The grass is raked up, and I go over again on a much lower setting. A similar height to how you might cut a rough lawn. More raking to remove the rest of the grass, and we're pretty much done. You can collect the grass and compost it. My pile isn't ready for grass yet, so I'll dry mine like I did last time and compost it in spring. Your meadow will look something like this when you're done. Some areas will have a lot of grass still, and others will be bare. It's all good. By doing this, we remove a lot of the nutrient from the soil, which allows the wildflowers to compete with the grasses, and we let them get access to lots of sunlight. This is essential if we want to have a vibrant and biodiverse meadow ecosystem. So the next time I do an update will be in autumn. That's when I'll be showing you how to sow wildflower seed. Exciting. So good luck cutting your own meadow, and I'll see you in autumn. Bye. If you want a gardening gem like this in your inbox once a week, sign up for free email updates at gardenandmentor.co.uk.